Maple Leafs man advantage. By the way, I'm Hawkeye. I'm going to share with you a trade that was made by the Toronto Maple Leafs before the 1974-75 season. And as well, I would say if you like this video, I would appreciate it if you hit like, or certainly would appreciate it as well if you subscribe. I've got other videos on here, primarily about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Currently, they're in the playoffs right now against the Ottawa Senators, and I hope you're enjoying that. It's going well for Toronto so far. Hope that continues. And if you want to comment on anything, you can do that as well. I love to talk hockey as well. So here we go. On September the 13th, 1974, the Toronto Maple Leafs worked out a big deal with the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Leafs received Blaine Stoughton, right winger, and Pittsburgh's first round pick for the 1977 NHL Amateur Draft as well. It's a few years down the road, but they got a first rounder out of this deal as well. While the Penguins will receive right winger Rick Kehoe. It's going to be interesting to look into these players, see how this went. To let you know, my first reaction to this whole thing was okay. I got to keep a hold of Rick Kehoe. There's no way we should trade him after he went to Pittsburgh. He did score 50 goals, but I'm going to look into these players and see if maybe that was the right trade to make. So first, we'll look at the Pittsburgh Penguins side of things here and Rick Kehoe. By the time of the trade, he had played 3 seasons with the Leafs, playing 184 goals, scoring 184 games, scoring 59 goals. There we go, and adding 72 assists for 131 points. After the trade, he would go on to play 722 games, all for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He would score 312 goals, including the 55 he did score in 1980-81. The lone time he had 50, but he was still a 50 goal scorer. He added 324 assists for 636 points. He was also a two-time All-Star and won the 1980-81 Lady King Trophy as well. So coming over to Toronto, we'll look at Blaine here first. He was a first round draft pick as well. I forget the exact year it was, but I believe he was like a seventh overall pick. He had played 1 season with Pittsburgh. He played 34 games there, scored 5 goals, with 6 assists for 11 points. Now, this upcoming season with Toronto, he will score 23 goals. But after a couple seasons in Toronto, he jumped over to the WHA. In the WHA, he would play 219 games. He'd score 89 goals with 90 assists, 479 points. Now, his first season in the WHA, this is where he really broke out. He scored 52 goals and had 104 points for the Cincinnati Stingers. Now, in the WHA, he stayed there until the league folded, but he played for the Stingers, the Indianapolis Racers, and the New England Whalers. So then, when it was time to come back to the NHL, the Hartford Whalers picked him up in the expansion draft from the Toronto Maple Leafs, so he would still be playing with the Whalers when he comes to the NHL. And in total, in the NHL, he played 492 games. He scored 253 goals, adding 185 assists for 438 points. Now, in that first season, he came back over to the NHL for the Whalers 1979-80. He scored 56 goals, led the league in that category, and he also had 100 points. He went on to score another 50 goals in the league. I think he was a four-time 40-goal scorer. So he also played for the New York Rangers right at the end. He might have been only 30 years old when he retired, so I'm not sure. He had an injury that happened. He was still scoring at the end of his career, so but he had that going for him. And he was an all-star in 1982, if I didn't mention that as well. So there you go. He comes back, but there's also this first round pick in 1977. I do see who the Leafs drafted, but there was another guy that was available with this pick from Pittsburgh or Toronto for that matter, but from Pittsburgh that should have been drafted. Beyond an excellent draft pick. His name's Mike Bossy. So I would definitely greenlight this trade for the Leafs and for myself. I have Rick Kehoe on my team as well. And see if I can translate that first round draft pick into Mike Bossy or someone else, depending on where Pittsburgh may end up during after that particular season. So there you have it. That was the trade that final trade before the next upcoming season. In my next video, I'll go through that particular season, look a little bit into these two new clubs, the Kansas City Scouts and the Washington Capitals. There's some changes. I think they're playing 80 games now. There's conferences. There's other divisions created. There's 18 teams in total. So there's quite a few things to go over in the next video about this season. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying the playoff hockey. And until next time, go Leafs go.